What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. This is your midweek motivational video for your day. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great work day. Hope you guys are either on your way home or already home, relaxing, getting your mind right, you guys. I started my day really late today. Yesterday, I started my day really late. Like, it's to the point where sometimes I start my days late. And it could be like 8 o'clock at night and I don't want to be home. I don't know where I want to be. I just don't want to be home because I feel like there should have been more to my day, even though I was productive, even though I got things done. I don't like getting things done later in the day. Because for me, like, it's almost like I set when the sun sets. You know what I mean? Like, it's like by the time the sun sets, I'm all winded down, and that's when I'm actually working, when everyone else is relaxing. You know, and even though, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people who wish that they can have this type of, you know, business or work where they can just do whatever they want throughout their day. But it's not as easy as it sounds, because you have to be accountable for everything that you do on your, on your own. Like, especially when you're an entrepreneur, it's even harder because there is no micromanaging. There is nobody, you know, pushing you to do something. There is no forcing you. So you could easily fall victim to laziness. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, if you don't put in, you don't get anything out. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be disciplined and you have to be motivated, and everything is self-driven. Everything from your money, your motivation, you know, your determination, you know, your drive, everything, because you are the business. So this, in some cases, is harder than going to a 9-to-5. You know what I mean? Because the 9-to-5, and I've worked it, you go in, you clock in. Yes, you're working for someone else, but you have people micromanaging you. You have deadlines. You have things like that. During a day like mine, I could get up in the morning and do my videos at 10 o'clock at night if I feel like it. But then at that point, I already want to go to bed. You know what I mean? And so the day can get away from me really, really easily. So, I just want to point out, you guys, that you have to be accountable for your, you know, your actions and what you do. Accountability is sometimes necessary in order for you to, you know, move forward in whatever it is that you're doing. You know what I mean? So you definitely have to watch your time. You have to watch your energy. You have to, that's why I say it is so important to understand and know what you are investing your energy and your time into. Because if you worry too much about investing your time and energy into other things or other people, you don't have time to do the things that you need to do for yourself. And I also want to point this out, that there is nothing wrong with it working a 9-to-5, but when you get home after clocking out of that 9-to-5, don't forget to work on the things that you want to do for yourself. Don't forget to work on your business and what you want for your future. Because I haven't come across one person who wants to work for someone else for the rest of their lives. Everyone wants to work for themselves. Everyone wants to have a business. And we're now in a culture where we're seeing a lot of small businesses come up, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business owners, and that's great, you know, and you have to start somewhere. So if you're working a 9-to-5, save your money, make sure that you're stacking up. But when you get home after your 9-to-5, don't forget about your dreams. Don't forget about your goals. You know what I mean? Don't forget about what you want out of life. You want to own your own business. If you're in a salon and you're working into the wee hours of the night, but you want to own your own salon, when you get home, make sure that you're still looking over your plans. Make sure that you are still looking over the things that you want to accomplish. Make sure that you're looking over locations and distributors and things that you want, you know, to incorporate into your business. You know what I'm saying? If you are an artist or a YouTuber, you know, and you're working a 9-to-5, which I did, make sure that you are not forgetting about the things that you want. So with me, I was working a 9-to-5, literally, especially here, you know, being in Jersey. I think I started a job where I was only in the office for like 3 months, and then, you know, this germ hit, and then I was working from home, and I was still in the middle of training. So can you imagine being fairly new in the middle of training and having to work from home, where you have no managers, no supervisors, nobody around you. You had to rely on messages, phone calls, and emails, and not everybody responds back right away. So it was hard, and it was very, very stressful for me. But one thing that I realized that I wanted to do is I wanted to go into business for myself. And even though I'm a cosmetologist, at one point I wanted to own my own business, but there's a lot that goes into that too. And over time, I kind of fell out of love for it. I miss it sometimes, but not to the point where I'm like, I'm crawling back into the industry. But I know my stuff, and I know if I have to jump back into that field, I can, because I'm still actively licensed out of Connecticut, and I can easily be licensed out of Jersey too. But one thing that I began doing when I started YouTube was that I was still working a 9-to-5. And, you know, some people knew that and other people didn't. But when I was working my 9-to-5, my schedule was clocking in at 8:15. I had a 15-minute break from 10:15 to 10:30. Within that time, I knocked out a one video, right? Then I had lunch from 12:30 to 1:30. I knocked out one, maybe two videos within that time frame. Then I had another 15-minute break at 3 o'clock. If I couldn't make that third video during my lunch, I made my third video on my break. And then afterwards, I made sure that I was working on my health. I went to the gym. I was trying to stay fit and eat healthy. And I was gaming, meaning I was still working on my channel, even after I clocked out. And that's why I got to a point where I was able to quit my 9-to-5 and do YouTube full time, because I knew I have a business management degree. I've never came across being a manager, because in the places that I have worked at, I saw the stress that came with being in a manager position and being in a supervisor position. It was not a position I wanted to be in, because I felt like that type of stress is not the type of stress that I wanted in my life. And it wasn't, you know, a matter of me just not wanting to do the work. It was the amount of mental stress that came with that work. And it was all in the healthcare field. And that's not something that I was already, you know, dealing with anxiety. I've been dealing with anxiety for over 10 years. And it's not something that I just wanted to add on to me already working a stressful job. So when I came over and I started doing YouTube full time, you know, when I saw that I was able to make my own money, to be my own boss, to be an entrepreneur, and this is my business, this is what I put in, this is my bread and butter, it felt good. And of course, yes, this has its own stresses just like any other job, but the fact that I can make money from anywhere, gives me that mental freedom, that mental freedom that I've been searching for so long. And even though I graduated college a long time ago, unfortunately, I feel like I'm just now able to put my degree and skills to use, because now I am an entrepreneur. I'm not only a business manager, I own a business. This is my business. I am my brand. So, you know, it's always important to just make sure that you never forget and don't go home and not work on yourself. Don't go home and not work on your goals and your plans and your business. Even if they're small steps, even if the only step you have is putting notes on a sticky, there is power in writing things down, because you begin to manifest things when you see them in front of you. So with that being said, you guys, don't forget about your goals. Keep that in mind for the rest of your week. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great and productive week. It is Memorial Day weekend coming up. There's a long weekend ahead for a lot of you. So I hope that you guys have an easy peasy, breezy rest of your work week so you can enjoy the long weekend ahead. Leave your comments down below. Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later.